It was 1 o'clock and the first of a series of car bomb blasts were rocking the centre of Melbourne. The first major explosion ripped apart a car parked outside the Russell Street Police Complex. Moments later, the other blasts, up to 4 of them, followed. Police believe one of them may have been in a second parked car. In the chaos of acrid smoke and shattered debris, at least 19 people lay injured, 3 of them seriously. 2 of the badly hurt were police officers. Rescue workers rushed in to help the dazed and bleeding injured. Most of them were passers-by, innocent victims of Melbourne's first taste of the sort of terrorism that until today belonged to the other side of the world.
Good evening, and this city remains stunned by yesterday's massacre. There's already been action from a tearful Premier Kane with a promise to ban the sale of all semi-automatic weapons. It was a semi-automatic carbine that 22-year-old Frank Vitkovic used to slaughter 8 innocent people in the Australia Post headquarters in Queen Street.
After slaying the 4 people on the 11th floor, an Australia Post assistant manager, who will be recommended for a bravery award but was too distressed to be interviewed today, grappled with Vitkovic and grabbed the gun from him. A second person hid the weapon in a refrigerator in the nearby staff kitchen. Vitkovic broke free and smashed his way through the window. The assistant manager grabbed the gunman by the ankles in an attempt to stop him plunging to his death. His action in disarming the killer has been praised by postal officials and police.
And Victoria has suffered the most appalling night of violence in its history.
There's a massive police hunt for the killers who senselessly slaughtered 2 young policemen on a routine job in South Yarra at dawn today. They died from shotgun blasts to the head and back as they checked an abandoned car.
With much of the suburb sealed off, police then began a house-to-house search for the gunman. They were also looking for a weapon he may have dumped as he fled. Local schools were also immediately checked, as were all surrounding parks and gardens. Police teams also scoured the banks of the Yarra, while early morning motorists were stopped and asked for help.
Imagine that only yesterday morning this was one of Newcastle's fashionable hotels. The owners had just spent $300,000 on renovations. The tenant in this room moved out just half an hour before the quake hit.
More than 300 police